Good morning, everybody. This is Tuxedo Ian. We are getting back into our playthrough of Book of Hours. And when we last left off, we had been visited once again by Numa, which left us scrambling quite a bit because we were quite unprepared for it, but we still managed to get quite a few things done. And we used up all of the skill and lesson cards that we had stockpiled the day before. So, with that said, we're going into the fall of our third year, so let's dive in and see what we can get done. Everything is remembered, hush house endures. If what's happening in the world beyond Brandkrug, what visitors will the season bring? So if we have another visitor for this, which we may or may not, because 6 visitors is quite a lot. But we'll see if anybody comes to check that out. So we were working on... We have a skill that we're breaking down here. We have some lessons or some memories that we're working on reading to level that skill back up, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our skills. So we do have quite a few maladied skills now that we can use. Alright, so Sacrosolus Invicti is now level 1. Use your many-faceted lessons wisely. So we have 13 many-faceted lessons. Light leaks in from where? Light leaks in where? From? How? An unusual and versatile lesson that will not persist past dawn. Use it quickly. So, first thing we'll do is we can use one of those lessons with Sacrosolus Invicti. And we need a memory. So as soon as our memories are done, we can do that. But one thing we also can do to get another light memory, we'll examine one of these busts. And we have finished reading A Tower Rises. The phonograph is packed in glossy card, the bright pink of a dog rose, with the words A Tower Rises in 9 languages on both sides. There's no other identifying information at all. A recording of uncertain origin, inexplicably compelling poetry recorded by a speaker with a high, sweet voice that scales up beyond human hearing, in the language called Vak, which probably isn't spoken by more than a few dozen living scholars. The poem speaks of the wheel that turns, the coil that turns, the tide that returns, egg that returns. It speaks of a cloven sky, an opened heart, a dream of glittering eyes. Speaks lastly of its own conclusion, when it might be spoken in dreams before the deep door, by a messenger of histories. This has given us a confounding parable and 3 lessons of preliminal meter, so we'll be able to hold on to those and use them once we've used up our lessons of many facets. And then we'll apply this and put a confounding parable there. So that gets us our first memory that we'll need for making... So actually we're going to overwrite that because we have another confounding parable being made. But as soon as that's done, we'll be able to start working on leveling that skill back up. So let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 memories. And then we're going to need, so that's going to give us level 1, level 2, level 3, so we need 4 more memories. Or we need 3, so 1, 2, 3, and we need 3 more memories. So we will reread some of the ones. We'll reread that one. That way we use them in order and don't forget which ones we're making. Our shaft is making that. So we'll come over here and use our sickness, our sick health. So let's see, Savage Hymn is the next one. We'll reread that one. We can do the Shell-Crossed West here to make a confounding parable. And that should be good. Walter de Wolf, who found Hush House of Ronnie Castle and left it a stately home, but who always be remembered for his cowardice, his sorrow, and his son Brian's treachery. So there's a extra memory of sight for us. So we'll add Sacrosanct Invicti, Bittersweet Certainty, and a lesson, and the Fascinated Faust. Speed time up a little bit. Okay, oh, we have MCO Constance Lee. We forgot that she's interested in Sky. So let's get talking to her. Librarian, I'm here on bureau business. You've heard of the sculptor's death? It's off our patch, but it seems to have come to our door. Zidane's killer wears a human shape, but it's a renegade spirit of the lower skies. It's taken refuge in London. It won't be easy to find, but these things always have their weaknesses. Well, we can give her Perugian diaries. Technically speaking, you know, he wasn't murdered. Only a human being can commit murder. The legal situation is much the same as if Zidane had been struck by lightning. In another country entirely. Luckily, the Bureau doesn't worry about technicalities, isn't it? Okay, so we finished. So there's our Curious Hunchback again. And we've made an Enduring Reflection. Because we didn't want to waste the Horizon sight we got, and that only loses 1 point of Rose in doing so. Alright, so there's Sacrosanct Invicti at level 2. So then we'll use the Savage Hymn and the Confounding Parable, another lesson. And then we have to decide where else we're going to spend some of these lessons. So let's see what we have. Once we get those other two things read, we'll start reading some more. So we can do... We're pretty good on most of our things up here. So let's see what else we might want to... We could probably stand to upgrade Coil and Chasm a little bit. So there's our Singlefoot Songs. Alright, so there's our 3 memories back again. So let's see, what else are we going to do with these? Because we'll use 5 of them to get... We'll go ahead and start the next batch here. One, 2, 3. Yep. So that's all that we need for those. So let's see, what do we have? We have Pearl and Tide we could level up. We could do, actually, what we'll probably do, we need to put at least 2 of them into Lockworks and Clockworks. So we'll need 5 Knock or Sky memories. So let's get our Knock memories, because we can go ahead and do those. So there's 1 Knock. There's 2 Knock. There's the Whist there. 3 Knock. We have the Curious Hunch is 4 Knock, and the Enduring Reflection is 5 Knock. So we have that done. There goes Constance. And we have another Bronze Spentria to our name. Alright, so this will get Sacrosanct Invicti back up. To level 5. do Lockworks and Clockworks next. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can use the Curious Hunch as 5, a Lesson, and the Shaft. Gets that to level 6. So now we'll need 6 memories of either Sky or Knock for the next one. So we've got Knock 1. Knock 2. Knock 3. Sky 4. Sky 5. Sky 6. So that will get that up to level 6. And we might as well read Wrapped in the King because we need to get that one underway again, because that'll give us one that doesn't go away. We can use the fascination for that. So let's see, do we have any desks left? Yes, we do. We have Eva's desk. We still have several memories we can use. So let's see what else we have here. We could definitely do Coil and Chasm. So we need... Actually, we can use our Despairing Tryst for that one. We'll do Ambrosial. And we'll probably end up using some of those as just lessons, some as memories themselves, so we don't waste them. But all right, Lockworks and Clockworks is level 6 now. So let's see, what can we do that would get us maybe a lesson or a memory that would help us? That gives us light. Touch would give us Forge. Hearing would give us Sound. Sound would give us Heart. We could do it for Strings and Songs, get that up to level 8. Or we could do... Actually, we'll do Applebright Euphonies, because that'll give us... Just make an Ascendant Harmony, because or actually we just need we can make a Wistful Air. We could make the Wind and Waiting. Actually, we'll make the Wind and Waiting with this. I think. Yes. That will give us one Sky memory. And we have more than 2 minutes left in the day, so that'll complete before the day is over. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 memories for us. So we'll grab Lockworks and Clockworks. And the Shept. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 memories. And a lesson. When I thought I'd understood, I'd only begun. So this will be level 7. So this will make making Chronos chords. Basically, we can crank them out as much as we want now. Then we need... So let's find... So we can make a Savage Hymn here. Actually, we'll use a health instead, so we can save our Shellcrossed Whist for this. So we'll make a Savage Hymn. We can come here, and let's see. We can make a Wistful Air. So that's 2 sky memories. And we need 2 more... Oh, we need 2 more scale or nectar memories, so we can do that one for scale. And we can do... Actually, let's see, we have... There we go. We can do Foresight, or Hindsight gets us scale. So that will get Coil and Chasm leveled up. And then we need... For Applebright Euphonies, we need... So we have 3 memories. We need 1 more. In either Sky or Grail. So that's easy enough. So we can do... An Impertinent Vigilation gets us Grail. And then we need 5 memories. So that'll actually give us just enough time. So let's see, we need 5 memories of Grail. So there's Gossip gives us Grail, so that's 1 Grail. Bittersweet. We have Beguiling Melody. That gets us 2 Grail. We have... It's like, I think from here we'll just have to use the memories themselves, the lessons themselves. Oh, actually we have a Grail memory here. So this one is also Grail. So we'll go to Nana's desk to read this one. With our Arab and Crack Track. Okay, that should do it. So let's see. So Connie, MCO Lee, set off to track down the entity that she believed had murdered Zidane, a renegade spirit of the lower skies. So Lockworks and Clockworks is now level 7. So it can basically pump out Chronos chords non-stop if we wanted to now. Me. memories now. Okay, so we're going to do Coil and Chasm. Impulse, Earth Sign. We need Nectar and... So, Savage Hymn and Fear. And then we need a Health for that. So this will be level 5 now. And after that's done, we should have just enough time. Now, we haven't seen a wistful air before. A half sorrowful music of half pleasant longing. So this is Rose and Sky. So that's another Rose memory that we have to craft it. We cannot find a book with it. We have to make it. There's our Wind in Waiting. Coil and Chasm is now level 5. Let's see, what else? What we're going to do? We were going to do Applebright Euphonies. So we can do 2, 3, 4. And a lesson. And Arab. Let's see. Actually, if we do that, we might lose the rest of them. So let's actually just boost something that we have at a higher level to possibly max it out so we don't lose all those. So we can do something that's got any of these. So actually, let's boost up our Inks of Power. We can use what we have here. Yeah. Something that we only need. And I think Inks of Power is probably going to be our best shot for that. Use a Fet for that. That way, if we lose lessons, we're only losing 3 here. Alright, so our uncanny labors are done. Afterwards, I don't remember what work I performed, except in sense and sensations. Leaf mold, a rhythmic musical clicking like melodious castanets, soft blue flame like antique gaslight, and cold. I remember that where we went, it was cold. So that gets us another silver spintria to add to our collection. So we have 2 gold and a silver now. Okay, so we're going to run out of time, but we can at least save one of these. That way we only lose 2 of them. Got caught a little flat-footed by Numa this season, but we'll be ready for it the next time it comes around. But we made pretty good use of most of what we had, so Inks of Power is now level 7. So let's see, what do we want to spend that last lesson on? We can do it. We'll do Applebright Euphonies since we were going to do that one anyway. So we need Grail and Sky memories. We got a Sky memory with Gale. So we need... Sky. Sky. And Grail. And that will get Applebright Euphonies to level 5. Which I know we've already assigned it, but it has some useful crafts on it, so we'll go ahead and use that one. So aside from that, we now have the next day. So let's see where we have left to open. So we have... Oh yes, we were going to use the Orchard Keeper. So now that the Sweet Bones is free, we can call up the Orchard Keeper. In the autumn, the Orchard Keepers come to sell their wares in Brenkrug. A shilling will buy one's help. In Cornwall, it is quite possible to take a stride from the richest vegetation into the abomination of desolation. It has been said in mockery that Cornwall does not grow wood enough to make coffins for the people. So we'll give her the knife, which will get her to 4. We need to get her to 14. So we need that Newman. So we'll come and read the book that had the which is The Great Counterfeit, and it's written in Deep Mandaic. So we can do that. Actually, instead of using... We have the Numa the Sun's Weakness that has Grail on it, so we'll use that. And we'll come over here and we'll craft ourselves a Didymos. Or, we actually need to make a... strings and songs. Come here. We need to make us a... Ascendant Harmony first. Or we could make a Thunderskin's Pain, but we'll make the Ascendant Harmony. So we can make... Or we can make a Didymos, and then we can make a Wind in Waiting afterwards. Tool has boosted her aspects appropriately. So now we can give her this Sacrament Malachite we've been holding for so long. So that will get her to 10. And then the Newman will get her to 15. So that'll be enough. So then we grab Applebright Euphonies. Come here. Where'd you go? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the lesson. And then we apply effort, the Arab. And Applebright Euphonies is now going to be level 5. And we need 5 memories for a Preliminal Meter. So we'll go ahead and start those. So we have Knock. So Preliminal Meter is Knock and or Rose. So we have Gossip. That's 2. Use this one. Or actually, we need to use the Whist for that. That's 3. Four. And 5. And then we also are going to need a 6th one, so we'll drag out C does not regret, get salt, since we have another desk over here. And then what else do we have that has Knock or Rose? Ah, Gospel of Zacchaeus. So we can read that at Nana's desk. It's Applebright Euphanies is now level 5. Breath is the temptation of the soul, pleasures and insights that the church would call the secrets, the sisterhood the mysteries, and the bureau unsanctioned. Alright, so she has finished her drink. We're just waiting on the Newman now. Yep, so there is our Newman that we can discuss with her. So she doesn't have anything special we can give her. So I can discuss a memory with her. That will get her to Nectar 15. And we can open that final forbidding. A honeyed forbidding. The air is thick with the scents of honey and yewberries, enough to daze the heart and mind. And just to demonstrate what we can do with Lockworks and Clockworks now, as soon as we get something that can go in there. Alright. So she is done being talked to about the Newman, and we can open up this honeyed forbidding. For us. Elemental meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memories. And a shaft. Could also use our FET if we had for that, since it does either rose or skateboard. So we're going to need then 3 more memories to get it to level 7. That's Sky. There's 1, 2 memories, so we need 4 more memories for the next level. So we'll do... We've already read that one, so we don't need to use it. Now we need... Intuition gives us 1. So that's 3. Confounding Parable gets us 4. Almanac of Entrances gets us 5. And we've already read that one, so that we don't need. So we need Pattern. There we go. And that gets us 6. Preliminal meter is one of those that there are more than 9 lessons scattered around, so you can definitely devote some extra preliminal meter lessons to other skills once we have them. Alright, our final forbidding is open. We have found the Chapel Malachite. The Ring-Yu says, "Never speak of this mystery. When the Thunderskin was mortal, he loved me first, and so the Grail destroyed him. Now the Thunderskin delights forever in my succulence. There is always a renewal, and nothing truly ends. So we found some beeswax, another bottle of lethe, a quartz chunk, a curious seashell. Brandkrug is said to lie in the bounds where the world ends. Odd creatures have made their dying way to the beach. Some more skin-shuck mead, another mortar and pestle, a wolf snow ampule, and 2 more dawn books, and the altar malachite. Honey, the blood, copper, the heart, you, the root. So we can craft at this is a preservation evolution station, and we can craft using moth, nectar, or heart here. And we can use cloth at this one, and flowers, and roots, and sustenance, and something woven. And we can use omens and beasts there, and marks. It's a versatile little crafting area. So as soon as our books are done, we can start actually going through and reading or cataloging those new dawn books we found. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So preliminal meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. A lesson. And shaft. So let's see, next we're going to come back over here with strings and songs, 2 pipes, and our Faust, and make a wind in waiting. And then let's grab our new books and catalog them and see what they give us. The dawn period, sometime before the end of the first millennium, commonly reckoned. If I examine it, I can learn more about what knowledge it might contain. Books from this period are sometimes contaminated. Which is yet another reason to use an already maladied soul, because if it's maladied already, you can just clean it. But it shouldn't, unless we get very unlucky and it gets the exact type that it needs for that soul piece. Alright, so 6 more dawn books to see what knowledge they can give us. And preliminal meter is now level 7. Alright, so let's go through and see what we found. 1,000 threads. The fate supplications of the matriarch of the well, recorded in darkness by her weavers and her daughters. 12 Grail, and it's written in Kilisimi, and it teaches us about Tridesmahira. Come back here. Onto the 2 reed shelves you go. Next, a catalog of uncharted pleasures. The Dark Gentleman is the only, and rather grandiosely, identified author of this oft-copied work. 12 Grail, and it's in Phrygian, and it teaches us about orchids and narcotics. Next, The Road to Janus. The Limian Burzgash makes a series of prophecies regarding the initiates of the House of Silence, with intricate, if unhelpful, predictions on their passage through the house. 18 knock, written in Vac, and it will teach us about door and wall. Well, we can definitely get there. We have enough ways to get knock skill and knock points that we can definitely read that one. Knock is a little easier to get high-level stuff than Rose. The Sevenfold Slaying of the Seven Coiled. An account of the destruction of a primeval hour, a god who was stone. 16 edge, written in Fusine, and it will teach us more about disciplines of the Scar. So that one we'll definitely be able to max that out and possibly get some more at least one lesson assigned to something else. Come back here. And then finally, a manual for departure. The author, who identifies itself as the Jekadu, claims to be one of the great hooded princes of the land of the river. The style is informal, even chatty. It's in Vak. It has the Sthenic taint, which affects Shapt and Health, but we used Core to catalog it, so we're fine. And curses cannot spread anyway, so even if we did infect one of our Shapt or Health, it would be fine. And it teaches us about Door and Wall as well. So we can definitely get Door and Wall leveled up pretty high. So let's see, what all do we have here that we can read? So we have the Treatise on Under Palaces, which gives us more about horns and ivories. Let's go ahead and read that. And we can just throw in Preliminal Meter and the Fascinated Faust, because Sthenic Tent only affects Shapt and Health, though we could use our Shapt Acousis, not that it would matter. But we're a match for this book. And let's see, what else do we have down here? We could do Insured and Triangularis. Yep, we can definitely do that one. Will teach us more about serpents and venoms. We could do Voyages on the Fremen Shernenshin of Oriel, which will give us sea stories. We could do Codex Acephali. Let's go ahead and do this Codex. Sometimes called the Book of the Clean Skull. The book contains accounts of enlightenments available through the gradual surgical removal of the lobes of the brain. So we can hit that with Edicts Martial, because that has 9. And then we just add a Tryst. And that gets us enough moon to match this mystery. And let's see what else we have here. So we can do a knock book here. This is in Vak. So that gets us to 12 of 18, so we need to make a Curious Hunch first before we do that. Or actually, what we can do, since we have Lockworks and Clockworks leveled up now, we grab our Shept, our Amethyst Ampule. Not that. We need Lockworks and Clockworks. Come back here. There we go, and we can make Garvanite. And then we have this, these 2 pieces of metal we were going to use now that Numa has passed by and we don't have to worry about losing this. We can activate these pumps on the lower level. So we need a... These machines are of different and newer manufacture than the ones above. They include something like a generator too, but they're in even worse condition. I'll need to provide suitable materials and fuel, and I'll need scholar level of forge to jury rig them. Oh, we can definitely use pyroglyphics and a metal. And then we just need some fuel, which we have in abundance over here. We have some paraffin we can use. Jury rig the lower level pumps. The machine roars into life. Sparks flicker. This will take a while. So that takes us a full 6 minutes as well, just as the previous one did. We could have also used this scintillate oil. And we have kerosene as well over here. So let's see, the next one for Mr. Kill tomorrow, we're going to want 15 winter to get him up there. Let's see, anything else we can start working on while we're thinking about it? Let's actually go out scavenging, since we have a few spare soul fragments here. The last leaves toss and scutter. So we need 13 moon or 13 rose for that one. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves. Let's see, because we're going to need to get up to a horizons. We have that Newman with 5 rows on it we can use. So we'll wait around for... Yeah, no need to do anything more today, I think. There go our books. Tomorrow we'll get preliminary meter up to the max level 8 that we can get it to with that last lesson. One last pipe shrill and the wind is still. So then we use our ascendant harmony. 2 fifes. And we can make a Didymus. So a keeper level not Gervanite is the essential ingredient of a Chronos cord. So now we can just redo we need a full shaft there. And one more point of knock from something. But that's easy enough done, so let's see. Let's find something with knock that we can throw in there. Can't do the witch worms. So we need a liquid or a fuel that has knock. We miskissed. Water. So it looks like Lockworks and Clockworks is going to need one more level to be fully self-sustainable as a Chronos cord maker. So we will get ourselves another knock memory here, just so we can make another Chronos cord, so we can read that 18's knock book. And we found some apples, notoriously hard to take just one bite. And from the sea, we found some more salt, or some more sand. Okay, so I think that's probably a good point to stop. We've made quite a bit of new skill levels today. We used up almost all of the lessons that we got from Numa. We only ended up wasting 2 of them, but, you know, we did what we could. We've got some more memories crafting. So I think at this point we're going to go ahead and call it a day. So thank you for joining me. If you've been enjoying what you've been watching, please leave a like or a comment down below. And if you want to see where this journey is going and where we're going to end up, please subscribe. And I will see you all tomorrow. And we'll probably start preparing for a salon tomorrow. So, hope you have a good day.